What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Freedom Sentinels, where in order to guard freedom, we must first obtain it. And how do we do that? We do that through creating personal and financial freedom to shape opportunities for ourselves and others in order to mold the best version of another. So, guys, let's get into it. Today, we're talking about what is professionalism, the real standard, without the fluff. So when most people hear professionalism, they think of suits, polished emails, corporate jargon, and fake smiles. That's not professionalism. That's performance, right? Real performance, real professionalism, not a real performance, real professionalism isn't about appearances. It's about the substance. It's about how you show up, how you carry yourself, and the standards you live by when no one's watching. Right now, we're going to strip away the fluff and break down professionalism into four essentials: reliability, respect, composure, and growth. So, point one, professionalism is reliability. A true professional can be counted on. They show up when they say they will. They follow through on commitments. Their word means something. The Journal of Business and Psychology found that reliability is the number one trait employees and teams associate with trust in leadership. So, takeaway one, reliability builds trust faster than raw talent ever will. Adding to this, shit happens in life. Your car breaks down, injuries, family issues, etc. So you're going to have a season, probably more than one, where physically showing up isn't an option. That's okay. Make sure that when things happen, your stack of showing up was there before. To leaders, the people responsible for the culture of their environment, make your people want to show up. What you want to build and instill in someone matters. If you cast doubt, worry, anything negative over your people, you are a disservice to them. Fix it right now before the culture becomes others questioning their purpose of being there. Okay, you can't have your people show up and saying, "Why am I here?" They can't show up and saying, "What's going to happen?" Because I have this worry, I have this doubt, because you did not let them find peace through you. Okay? You have to make your people want to show up. Don't be a disservice. Point two, professionalism is respect. It's respect for others, for yourself, and for the work. Respect for others looks like valuing their time, listening fully. So listen to listen. Don't listen to respond. Let them speak their piece and giving credit where it's due. Respect for yourself looks like setting standards, not cutting corners, and holding yourself accountable when no one else does. Leaders who model respect don't demand it, they naturally earn it. If you're someone that demands respect, you will sooner have no one to lead, or at a minimum, people who resent you and disregard your every word. Because your level of care did not make them better, and their vision was downplayed in your eyes. Takeaway two, respect is the language every team understands. Do not be the teammate, do not be the leader that shows up and doesn't let the vision of another be cast further. Meaning, if they tell you what they want to do with their life and you limit their beliefs, you tell them that's not possible. That's a you issue. It's not a them issue. It's a you issue. Your inability to see further in your own life prohibits your team from seeing further in theirs. So respect yourself enough to show up for yourself, to show up for your goals, to show up for your dreams, but respect everyone else because that's what they'll understand. Point three, professionalism is composure. Chaos will come. Stress will rise. People will push your buttons. Professionals don't lose their cool. They stay steady, measured, and controlled, especially under pressure. Psychology research shows that emotional regulation is one of the strongest predictors of leadership effectiveness. If you show outbursts of negative emotion, I'm going to ask you directly, are you a real leader and a real professional? Being direct is okay. Being blunt is okay. There is kindness in directness and bluntness. But reacting out of anger or frustration, it's never going to be the answer. Never. So, will you stay steady, measured, and controlled, especially when chaos hits? And it will hit hard. Takeaway 3. Composure gives people confidence when everything else feels shaky. When chaos rises and people come to you to steady their nerves, you allow that shakiness to become still. Composure is acknowledging what's happening, but saying, that's not who you are. It's what's happening right now, but that's not who you are. Let's get through this together and get to better, right? You got to do that together, right? Together is to better. Point 4, professionalism is growth. You're never done learning, right? Professionals don't rely on yesterday's skill to win tomorrow's battles. They sharpen themselves, adapt, and stay ahead. Think about Kobe Bryant, right? The basketball player. He was known not just for talent, but for the relentless work ethic and growth mindset. That's professionalism. Now, that's an extreme case, but if you can model yourself to be someone similar, you will be not only professional, but you'll become a leader. So, takeaway 4, amateurs complain, professionals adapt. And I'll go one further. Poor leaders complain about their people instead of helping, support, and further them. Don't be someone that cannot grow wealth in someone else, right? And what I mean by wealth is the richness of their relationships, right? You can teach someone how to grow their dollar, and that's not going to build their wealth. How they treat people is going to reflect if they're wealthy. So can you do that yourself? Do you have good relationships? I ask you that. But guys, professionalism isn't about suits, jargon, and looking polished for LinkedIn. It's about 4 things, 4 simple things. Reliability that builds trust, respect that earns influence, composure that steadies the room, and growth that keeps you sharp. The challenge, pick one of those 4 areas, reliability, respect, composure, and growth. Pick one of those 4 and level up this week. Ask yourself, am I reliable? Am I respectful? Do I stay composed? And am I really growing? Right? I mentioned this quote in a earlier podcast. Denzel Washington has an amazing quote. Do not confuse movement with progress. Right? I can be moving, but staying in place. Are you actually growing? Are you actually progressing? Then put action behind it. That's professionalism. No fluff, no BS, just standards. Are you reliable? Are you respectful? Can you stay composed to steady the nerves of others? And are you willing to grow yourself to grow others? That's it. That's professionalism. Not some haircut, not some no beards, full beard, none of that. It's not about appearance. It's not. It's about action. It's about trust. It's about your values. Be a professional. Be a pro. I'll catch you next time.